Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How are you today? Before we get started, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter yet, please do so. All the information you're going to need is in the description box below, along with my email address and Trish's email address, okay? So you can get a hold of us at any time. So grab that coffee. Possibly a snack, because you just never know with me what's going to come out of my mouth, what's going on in the world today. So I'm going to share a picture with you that was sent to me, and I love it. I love it. It's indoor gardening, okay? And these are vegetables that you can regrow, okay? Like I had said, I believe it was last Friday Night Live, where you can take produce that you bought at the store, okay? Like lettuce, scallions, celery, okay, things like that, and you can put them in a water bowl, okay, and they'll start to regrow. All right, so in this picture we have, oh boy, look at all that. This is just amazing. Right on her windowsill, plenty of light and plenty of water. It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. So this email and these pictures were sent, and talk about inspirational. I absolutely love it. She said, my husband built these shelves out of 2x4s and plywood. They are 8 foot long, 6 foot high, 2 feet deep. Holds a row of 6-quart jars, 7 pints deep. Some shelves adjusted for 5-gallon buckets. I have 3 sets in my warehouse, she said, and 1 built in the bedroom closet. The other pics that she sent are from her garden, how to repurpose anything for garden beds. She said, I have beds built out of old beams and freezers and refrigerators and bathtubs, clothes dryer drums. Now that's inventive. A couple of dock sections that we hollowed out, leaky stock tanks, and my favorite, 2 Chevy truck beds. These beds in the ground are 4 feet by 38 feet, 4 feet by 40 feet. So much easier to work with. I also gathered mineral lick tubs, big round pots to use for herbs and such. I also found some old glass shower doors that I use over some of the beds for mini greenhouses. The spinach was planted in October, and I'm still harvesting, even though we've had temps in the single digits and snowstorms. She said, another thing I have been prepping this year with is fabric and thread, simple patterns. Kids grow fast. I have watched clothes get scarce this year. Yes. She said, I looked for a coat for my grandson. By the time Walmart got some, there were only 15 coats available for boys sizes 4 to 18. Luckily, they had 1 coat size his size. Hit garage sales, thrift stores, stock up on a couple of sizes. Okay, so go sizes up for the kids. She said, I have been growing my sewing skills the past year because of this. I've had yards of fabric given to me, found in thrift stores, found on clearance sales, very cheap. Grow your gardens, preserve what you do, consume fresh, and learn some new skills that are needful. Teach your children and your grandchildren. Right on. I love it, love it, love it. And these pictures that she put in are absolutely amazing. I am so inspired. Absolutely inspired. And when you see these, oh, these raised beds are beautiful. Even though they are repurposed, they are beautiful and so inventive. The Chevy truck. It's killing me. Oh my God. Oh, I absolutely love it. Look at these pictures. You're gonna, wow, you're gonna be in awe. Now, I know you guys love to hear me joke, okay? But when you guys send me jokes, it's even better. So this is about real estate, okay? And she said this is pretty close to the truth. It's not just in Georgia, it's also in Florida. No kidding. There's the homes here in Tampa Bay area have gone up so much. It's insane. But take a look at this, funny. So this screenshot was sent to me, and it's from another channel called Sister in Christ, and I love her channel. And the what she wrote speaks in volume. It really does, especially for those of us that use EBT, food stamps, SNAP. Okay, she said, I saw a video about this the other day, and it actually just happened to me. Whenever you shop at Walmart, before you pay, check every transaction. Okay, it turns out something on the screen that said sub slash max, and they charged me $4.95. I called them over and I said all I got was food. If it wasn't for the fact that I was using my EBT card, which we know only allows food purchases, I would have probably not even noticed. But when it said balance due $4.95, I said, all I got was food. Everything should be covered. And she pointed out that. And I said, I have no idea what that was. And I saw a video a few days ago, somebody saying that some Walmarts, the machines, are making random charges to people's transactions that they shouldn't be charging them. I just wanted to let you guys know, whenever you go to Walmart, before you even put your credit card in, and look at the transaction. So this is going to resonate with every single one of us. Even if you're not using EBT, even if you're just using your debit card, your credit card, whatever the case may be, make sure you check out those transactions. Okay, so this subscriber, she sent me an email with some pictures, and she said the pictures are not hers. They're screenshots from various Facebook canning groups that I haunt and that I'm a member of. I first became aware of this anomaly about 7 months ago, first thinking it was a fluke and that particular store doing the clearance was just offering to get rid of 2021 stock. But now, no. Not so much. I'm seeing these postings now in mass from folks in various parts of the country, something darker that as of now we're all unaware of, will soon possibly be known and rearing its ugly head. Dear lady, I hope I'm wrong and that I'm just sitting in my cynical chair drinking my cynical cold state coffee. She's so funny. She said, I'm now seeing other folks posting their glee and happiness over their good fortune in finding these canning supplies on extreme clearance. Who wouldn't be? Well, that wouldn't be the case if they were hyper aware of a few things that I'll note here. First, being that canning supplies have been hit and miss with nothing being available for the past few years in most parts of the U.S. Yes, exactly. She said much of what is or was being produced are defective. Jars are no longer have cardboard dividers, which resulted in many jars having side fracturing, as well as cracks on the bottom of each jar. Less often, rim chips too. Yeah, I've noticed that myself. The glass on a few will appear to be runny or contain unusual air bubbles. Canning lids and rings themselves are also defective. You know, Trish and I actually had this conversation about her lids not sitting properly. Yeah. She said they also have thinner, weaker plastisol ring. Yes. The safety buttons won't pop back up, and many lids have been reported to have sharp edges that are cutting people, myself included. Seal failure rates very high, both right after canning and later on after some time has passed. jars losing their seal, thus spoiling the food inside. The plastic undercoating is many times scratched, and people are also reporting a dark sludge-looking substance on food that came into contact with the lids too. The failed jars are being blamed on people who are preserving food, saying that it's the canner error or incompetence. I don't think so. Yeah, no, I don't think so either, because a lot of us have been canning for a very long time. We know what we're doing. The every once in a while mishap, okay, yeah. But this, no. It's not our fault. It's manufacturer fault. She said, reason 2, a less nefarious yet plausible reason, albeit a more expensive upfront one. New trending methods are pointing towards the use of plastic canning pouches in retort of canning. Plastic canning pouches. Okay. She left me a link, so I'll leave that link in the description box, okay? This is strange. Sorry about that. She said, granted, the pouches are less expensive now, but when the demand for them increase, the prices will indeed go up. Plus, not many trust the use of these. Although BPA free, they replace the BPA with equally questionable BFA. Another trend in home preservation is freeze drying. Okay, we all know that Awakening Warrior just bought that really nice freeze dryer. So Awakening Warrior, listen up. These machines have been around for about a decade or thereabout, and it's gaining in popularity, and the machine prices are going up exponentially. So I'll put the link for Harvest Right in the description box, okay? And she said, in reason 3, and the most nefarious one of them all, perhaps plans are in the works to completely do away with home food preservation. Oh, shut the front door. No, no, no. My entire community and the entire prepper community does food preservation. Altogether, thus forcing an end to it all, causing a full independence on commercialism, things that make me say, Save your glass, folks, no matter the form, be them glass wine bottles, glass juice bottles, commercial glass spaghetti sauce, or fruit jars with lug lids to mason jars. You're going to need them all. Likewise, save your tins, popcorn, Christmas tins, you know, the big ones with the dividers, and then you get different flavored popcorns, butter cookie tins, all your tins. Secure yourselves some galvanized metal buckets or trash with lids as well. And one thing our family learned through the Great Depression and passed those lessons on to us, save now, say that you may use later. For during the Great Depression, food scarcity was common, but was also the ginormous increase in pests like bugs, rodents, okay, and the resulting rodent plague runs. Oh, guys. Whoa. Did I see that right? $4 for an entire case of canning jars? No, 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 no. So this was also sent to me by a subscriber, and it's a picture, and in the subject line of the email, she said, foreshadowing, RCMP arrest protest near BC border crossing. And then look at this. When I saw this, I'm like, oh, come on, really? She said, my husband and I were at Sam's Club, and we saw these signs on chairs near the pharmacy. We're in shock. Yeah, I would be too. So with this picture, there's nothing to see here. Just a warning. And then use, guys, with your Soylent Green. I saw the movie and I was just like, oh Lord, I really hope not. Even my mom, she was going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And now this email from my favorite gal pal in the UK. I love you. She said, I'll keep this email as short as I can. When have you ever sent me a short email? She said, you read out in your video earlier saying that the world is in a global depression is spot on. Yeah, yeah. The SHTF has been here for a while already, which is what I have been thinking for several months. But a lot of people still can't see it because A, it's not right on their doorstep yet, and B, the media hasn't told anyone about it. Never listen to the media. Never. Because they wouldn't tell you the truth anyway, even if the truth literally fell out of the sky, landed on their face, and started to wiggle. Okay? Seriously. She said, just like the Great Depression of the 1930s, a lot of people are going to be caught unaware and everything comes crashing down around them. Yeah. Yeah. She said, I have a couple of news items for you here from the UK. So there's going to be links from her, okay, 2 links from her in the description box. She said the Daily Mail newspaper published an article on February 10th saying UK hospitality industry have warned that customers face an increased pub and restaurant bills of up to 20% this year, okay, due to rising energy bills and the supply chain crisis. And pub goers in London, where average pints were $5.19, could rise to $6 a pint. Already a norm in many of the capital's watering holes. Meanwhile, Tesco, that's TESCO, bosses have today warned supermarket prices could increase as much as 5% by the spring. And if it comes to, as Britons also face higher gas bills later this year and a raise in national insurance contributions. Yeah. Also, at the weekend, there was a protest in London, and more are planned in the coming weeks and in other cities. And apparently, their protests are over the increased cost of living and soaring energy prices. Yeah, yeah, I can see that happening. It goes without saying that the poorest will be hit the hardest, and many are already struggling while facing a choice of heat or heat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is why we have to find alternatives, guys. We really do, especially for those of us that, you know, have propane or natural gas in our homes, like Sean's mom. She has propane, and the last time it was filled up, it cost her $700. $700. And her house is the same size as mine. It's about 1,300 square feet. Okay. So just keep this in mind. All right, especially if you're on a budget. Who the hell can afford a $700 propane bill? Okay, who? Okay, especially when you have other, you know, bills that have to get paid and stuff like that. Okay, here's an example for you. Okay, at my mom's house. Okay, we're dealing with a few things. Okay. My sister, okay, her boyfriend was living with them, okay, and we had to have him evicted, and we had to go get a restraining order. Well, the rat bastard came back to the house while nobody was there, okay, and this is why Mom was living with me and Sean, okay, because he was terrorizing her. I mean, she's going to be 70. All right. And my sister, well, this is Sean's sister actually, but she's like, I call her my sister. She was literally gaslit. Okay. If you don't know what gaslighting is, Google it. Okay. she was gaslit into believing that he was literally a higher being. I mean, he was like, you know, but mentally just gone, this guy. And he came back to the house and he vandalized the inside of the house. So much so that it's costing us a lot of money to fix. Okay. I just got off the phone with a glass repair shop. We have to have the sliding glass door glass replaced because he came smashing through it like the Kool-Aid man. Yeah. So, you know, when you already have a $700 propane bill, and now you've got this scumbag who's vandalizing my mother's home, and now we have to have windows replaced. It's going to cost $329 to get the window replaced in the sliding glass door. Because he literally came busting through it like the Kool-Aid man. He broke both of the toilets in both bathrooms. Okay. My mom has an intercom system that, you know, you can listen to music and stuff like that. He ripped the speakers out of the ceiling. He broke the stairs that lead up to the attic. Okay, this guy was total out of control, irrational, just, you know, and she was deathly afraid of him. Deathly afraid. And so is my sister. That's why we have the kids and stuff like that, because it's just this still ongoing fear. So now a restraining order was put into place, and it's good for a year. So when you have, you know, your bills skyrocketing, and then you have a family emergency or anything like this, it's like, well, what do? You know what I mean? Things are just getting out of control, and the eviction notice cost $310. So these are all, you know, monies that had to come out of my pocket, my sister-in-law, my other sister-in-law, her pocket, you know, because we have to help mom. We're not going to let her live in fear like that, for crying out loud. This is ridiculous. And now thousands of dollars have to come out of our pocket to fix everything in the house that he destroyed. And it was all because he was served the eviction notice. And we had to get everybody out of the house, and they were all living here with me. So, sorry. But sometimes you just have to vent and get it all out. You know what I'm saying? And I trust you guys. So anyway, she said, as for the protest, it won't do them any good, as this is not unique just to the UK. How many of these protesters actually realize and they comprehend that this is a global it's not just localized, it's global, okay? And in fact, it's worldwide crisis. It's like everyone is in crisis mode, whether it's, you know, with inflation or food shortages or personal. Everyone is in crisis mode here. Everyone. It's not just affecting the low income. It's middle class. It's high class. It's everybody. Well, I don't know if I can really say the higher class, because the elite, whatever. Anyway, if the UK were paying the outrageous sums for groceries that you guys in America are having to pay, then these protesters would have something to complain about. What are you paying for meat, chicken, packets of ham is utterly insane. I said in a video the other day, and plus AP, you know, Jason at Angry Pepper, he touched on it today, where Walmarts here in Florida are putting cages around their expensive pieces of meat with alarms on them. I talked about this almost a week ago. But yeah, this is becoming insane. Absolutely insane. What's next? What's next? I'll tell you what's next. Ration cards and coupons. Okay, but the prices in the UK for those things aren't even a quarter of what American supermarkets are charging, and that's the truth. In British supermarkets, you can still buy a pack of ham with 6 slices for £1, which is around $1.35. And these protesters need to go food shopping in the US, pay over $200 for a turkey, or nearly $7 for a pack of ham, I think. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. A pound of ham, go to the deli. Okay, in Walmart, Winn-Dixie, wherever, Publix, how much do you pay for lunch meat? Per pound. How much? Okay, think about it. They're paying $1 a pound for ham lunch meat. What are we paying? Okay. So she said many energy suppliers are out of business due to the soaring gas prices, which has also prompted a warning of potential food shortages in UK supermarkets. And the government's proposed relief package to offset the rise has also attracted criticism, with Labour leader Sir Keir, K-E-I-R, Starmer, S-T-A-R-M-E-R, branding the policy to give all 28 million UK households a $200 rebate on their energy bills from October. A dodgy loan, not a proper plan. No kidding. So those links will be in the description box below for you guys, okay? Now, this was sent to me. It's the Cracker Aisle in Publix in Inverness, Florida. Now this. Okay, so how many here eat cold cereal? It doesn't even have to be in the morning. Just could be a snack, right? You like Raisin Bran? I do. Okay, listen to this. I bought this cereal from BJ's for my 80-year-old mom because she loves Raisin Bran. I bought it in January. They were missing off the shelves for a while. When she ate it, she said it tasted like shite. And the flakes were huge and weird texture. I can see now that the products are being passed with lesser quality, or maybe sitting in a warehouse for too long. Now, when you look at these pictures of the Raisin Bran flakes are literally, I mean, taking up her entire hand. That's how big the flakes are. Look. And before I go, this was sent to me and it says in the subject line, "Oh, Canada." All I gotta say is, bruh. Like one of my kids, bruh. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless.